Good evening, everybody. I'm going to be solo again tonight. John had some business he had to take care of. I talked to him earlier, and he said he couldn't make it. But we're gonna try to wing it again, guys. I appreciate y'all's help in asking questions. We're just going to make this show kind of informative, and just talk about some mistakes that I have made personally in purchasing certain things, equipment, everything like that, guys. And we try to help you guys with these creating this show, trying to save you money, and it's not the law or the best case scenario. Everything is what I personally have spent money on, end up having to sell and wasn't any good, or threw it in the closet or threw it away. So, but I would just figure we could do a show on that, guys, because we've all bought stuff that we've seen and seen on the internet or seen on YouTube and seen on Facebook, and it didn't end up quite what we thought it would be. But again, John's on some business, but he'll be back next week. And hopefully I'm going to try to reach out to Eric and see if I can get Eric on here and talk about his trip out there to Clear Lake. And hopefully I'm going to try to, but I'm going to reach out to him and Stone and see if I can get him and Patrick Stone. But they're out there catching them, and I know everybody's been keeping up with them, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Scott Seals, I appreciate you tuning in, man, making a comment, let y'all know you can hear me. We're going to get this thing started and get a few people jump on here, but I really didn't have a format for this show, guys. I'll be honest with you. Me and John usually feed off each other, but we're going to go on a few things. Side scan. I'm going to show a few examples of that. We're going to talk about some live scope, but I'm going to share something with you guys. I've shared it before. Side scan settings. You see that's SI sensitivity. It's on 14. The contrast on 7. SI range is on 85 feet. Some people run out to 120. It depends on what size screen you have, guys. A side scan side, that's both, of course. The chart speed's on 5. The SI color, I don't even know what palette that is, but that SI dynamic contrast, always make sure it's on, guys. It gives you important details. I'll share that on the page, but that'll kind of get you in the wheelhouse if you have a hummingbird. That will get you in the ballpark and get you tuned in where you can see some fish and hopefully mark them and throw your buoy out or go to them on your sides, on your live scope. But appreciate y'all tuning in. Dennis Rosetta, Brian Gray, old Mel, peace out, Melvin. Glad you're doing better, buddy. Israel, how you doing, buddy? It is going to be cold next week. Hey, I like it. Get rid of that picture there. I like it. We're going to get some cold weather, going to get some wind. But I mean, we need some more rain. I think it's coming. Hey, Keith, how you doing, bud? But I shared that picture with you. I'm also going to share this, guys. This example of a side scan. That is a side scan. On the left side, you can see the stump, guys, and you can see these fish right there. South of that stump, you see those fish set up. They're on the down river side of that stump. So if you approach that stump, your first cast is going to be on top of that school. That is a prime example. If you can zoom in, I can't do it, but you can zoom in and you see those fish stacked up there. That is a prime example of where they are this time of year, guys. Main river stump and structure, especially when we got some current coming up, guys. But y'all see those dots right there. There's a lot of few podcasts, but they're not sharing you detailed information like CrappieKast will. I'm trying to get you guys where you can learn and do this on your own and be successful. Y'all see those fish south of that. Same way here. Y'all see those fish right there. You see how the crappie they're round, guys. Those are not real big fish, but you can see them. If they bunched up, guys, I'll show you an example, and I'm going to show you. This is going to be kind of elementary. I got a flashlight somewhere. Where did I see that flashlight? I'm trying to remember where it was. I can't find it. I have one here I was going to show you guys. When you're looking at that screen, you got a black line. That is your boat, guys, right here. Okay? You got to realize it. And that transducer shooting out a beam like this. Think of it like a tent, okay? You're in the center, right here where my big nose is right here. And you're looking at 85 feet both ways, okay? Transducer's in the back of the boat. Most of them's right back here. So we're going to say this is a boat. If you shine a flashlight, just like this, guys, if I put my hand right here, you see the shadows. Excuse me, I can't hardly do it. But if I take that beam is shining, and those fish, you got to think of it like a flashlight to this left side. If they're close to the bottom, it's going to show a shadow on the bottom, guys. Just like those, you see those deer antlers in the background. It's just, think of it, 2 flashlights. It's elementary, guys. 2 flashlights going out the side. That is your beam. That is what's going to show you. And you're getting return off those fish. If you see a group of them sitting up there and they look like somebody took some, number 4 buckshot and shot it, that's probably going to be crappie. And if you get up there and drop your live scope, guys, they end up being little dinks. Hey, it is what it is. But you can mark fish. You can mark fish. Sometimes they'll be on the bottom. But just a lot of times this time of year, they say you get the best return at 4.5 mile an hour. So put it on 4 mile an hour on that chart speed I just showed y'all. Click in gear and go to riding. You got a cursor on your Humminbird, guys. That plus and minus, you got a cursor up there. You can run that cursor over and hit the plus sign up top. It'll zoom in on that area. You'll be able to really tell then. So if I took this right here and I ran my cursor south of that, I know you can't see my finger, but those fish south of that, I run my cursor there, my plus sign is going to be like, they're just like a crosshair on a gun. And I tap that plus sign, it's going to zoom in on those fish. I'll be able to see what size fish they are, how many fish they are, and all that good stuff. So I keep clicking off of it, but you can obviously see those. And I should have got some better examples, but that is the settings on a Humminbird. Most of us are running Humminbirds. Some of us run Lowrance. But that is the settings. I'm going to keep sharing with you guys where you can get set up as far as the side scan game. Get better side scan game. Excuse me, guys. We spend a lot of money on these. I mean, these things are $2,500 for a side scan. We need to be able to use this tool. You can obviously cover a lot more water, but let's see what others are. You approaching those fish the downriver side? The downriver side, Israel. I'm always trying to go with downriver because I want the nose pointed up. I'm always wanting, if I'm coming downriver, I'm gonna turn my boat, go over here, and start side scanning. On a river system, you're side scanning this, but and I will tell you guys a trick. Your transducer is only on the right side of your boat. Trim your motor up just a hair, guys. Get that foot away from the boat just a little bit. Trim that foot up, not a lot. Just trim it up where you can get a clear view of that left side. Okay, don't leave your motor down because then you're just gonna get a clear view down here. Trim it up just a little bit. I'm just saying, hit your trim a little bit. You'll see it'll be able to shine a lot better when you're side scanning to your left. But I like to face up river, Israel, and get in there. And, if when in doubt, make another circle, guys, and take the side scan distance and shrink it. Shrink it to 60 and look good. But don't be scared to use that side scan. It is an awesome tool. There's been more fish caught because of side scan way more than live scope, in my opinion. I mean, side scan is put a lot of fish in a boat. But everybody, don't handicap yourself. We're all getting older. If you could afford a bigger screen, get you a 10-inch screen, get you a 12-inch screen, because you can't see a lot of detail on a 9. You can just split it on the left side and look on that left side where it can take up the whole screen. You can maximize your screen. But if you're fortunate enough and can buy a 12-inch screen and you can look at both sides, do not be scared to do that. Just go up there and lock your boat in, get you 3 or 4 mile an hour, get you steady, trim your motor up a little bit, and start looking. You'll see the trees. But the guys, don't wish fish in there. If you're looking at the trees and there's no dots in there, there's no fish, you know what I mean? If that fish, it looks like that, just keep on island. Your schools, those fish schools this time of year, they'll kind of be shaped like it's kind of like a Christmas tree facing you. Those schools, you'll see those schools out there too. And you will learn to distinguish between big old schools of shad and crappie. I promise you will. Because you're going to drop the trolling motor, you're going to see them in your mind. You got that picture, and you're going to drop your live scope, go over there, and they're going to be a bunch of shad. You're going, that ain't even crappie. So, but yes, just get some confidence in it, guys. You got the equipment. Don't be scared to use it. I get caught up in this also, dropping my live scope and taking off. without taking my side scan and try to find some fish. Cover some water. It's not really a wasted trip, guys. Just get in there and cover some water with that thing. Side scan is a great tool. A lot of people don't utilize enough. You can break down a lot of water with side scan. And, we talk about a lot on every show and all that stuff, but I'm telling you, side scan is a awesome tool. Again, I'll share those settings. Israel's saying that helped him. There's the settings again. That'll kind of get you in the ballpark right there. It will get you there. I promise you. But I'm sure y'all have some questions and all that stuff. But we're kind of going to talk to the side scan game. Then I'll go into live scope and some stuff that I've learned and some stuff that I made a mistake doing. I will say this, and my friends will tell you, if I have something that I bought and it lasts me a while, you better turn around and buy it because I'm rough on equipment. I'm telling you, I'm rough. And if it lasts with me, it'll last with about anybody. As far as my live scope transducer, I have an LVS 34. I have the newest transducer that they offer. I have a performance fishing dominator mount, a 0 degree, and that is the best mount on the market. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm telling you, I beat the crap out of that thing. It's adjustable. A lot of people, listen, guys, if you're throwing your jig out there and you don't see it splash, you either have, there's a couple of things, guys. Your settings first. Your install depth on your settings and how deep you have the transducer. You got to realize, guys, that thing reads off a beam. That beam is shaped like this. It reads off this beam right here. Fish obsessed. There it is. Thank you, Clinton. It reads off that beam. If you've got it too deep, it's never going to see the splash until it. So sometimes you can tilt them up just a hair. Mine's pitched up about like that right there, to be honest with you. I take the Fish Obsessed Dominator, and John and Shiloh and them, you can flip that block over and put it dead in the center of your shaft. So that thing's not offset no more. It's dead in the center. I mean, that thing's right here. Instead of being over here, that way when you cast left, you don't have to be 6 inches off. It is dead in the center, just like that right there. That is an awesome mount. They're not cheap. They're billet aluminum. They're machined. They're very nice. The reason why I went to that thing, Garmin has a plastic 0 degree, and it's plastic, guys. It's got Allen wrenches and plastic in it. And, man, one good bump, and that thing's broke. And then you're over there trying to tape it and try to finish out the day. Take you some money, buy you a Dominator mount. That's one good thing I can tell you. That is a great transducer mount, but you can flip it over. And I wish I had a picture of mine. I should have taken one today. Me and Colby went and caught a few fish in a lake down here by the house this evening. And but you can take that block and flip it right over, and it's dead in line with the shaft. There's no offset. It's dead over the trolling motor. Great thing. That's one thing I did. But the settings, guys, I mean, I have settings that I use. Your install depth, like Scott's saying right here, the angle is different with LBS 32, right? The 32 you can run steep, guys. You can run that 32 real steep. Where mine's here, you can run that 32 here. But hey, get that thing, get it set. The install depth you can play with. So the install depth is 2.0, 2 foot. Install depth 2.0, and done. That tells you that lets that thing know that it's going to be looking for that jig as soon as it gets 2 foot. So you will see a splash. I mean, I see it as soon as it does this. And what helps me, guys, that fish is here, and I see that splash. I know I'm dead over the top of him. It's bright. Fish is bright. I'm in the wheelhouse. It splashes. Fish is over here, and I turn my trolling motor. My jig's bright and the fish is dull. He may still come get it. Don't get me wrong. We had that happen a lot this evening. I want to be able to get it. And I will tell you this, guys, tip, me and Colby done it this evening. Pop's Jigs make some great jigs. If you can get you some wedge tails made, hand ties, you can. It's awesome. Like today, this fish is sitting here, and we dropped that jig in there and reeled it. You can stall it right here with that wedge tail. To me, it's easy. It's got plastic and it's a hand tie, of course. But you can stall those hand ties pretty good. And this time of year when the water cools off, if you're not long rodding, you could stall that jig. So we would actually reel it. We set it right here, and we just sit there. You could actually stall it just by, just quit reeling, and it would stall before it would fall. And that's when those fish would come up and grab it. Well, just a pressure bite. But I noticed those wedge tails, like I said, Pop's jig, Jim makes a great jig. There's several people that tie, but if you can get you a wedge tail, I wish I had one with me. This is just a hand tie, with a marabou on it. They make a wedge tail. It's shaped just like a wedge. And hand ties, open water, you don't have to worry about losing them as much this time of year, guys. And brush piles, and they're awesome. We used them today, broke them out. I wish I had some wedge tails. All I got some big baits laying here, but that is another tip too. While I'm just rattling off the top of my head, hand tie wedge tails are cool. I've used them a lot, and I've noticed I can stall them a little more this time of year, especially a 16th. It's we're in the same scenario now as it is when it's hot summertime. You have to keep it in their wheelhouse, same way with these wintertime fish. Sometimes they're not aggressive, but the wedge tails for Pop's jigs, tell Jim, hey, we sent you. Great jigs. Kobe had some tied on Gray Shoemate. But yeah, it's a great bait. Don't, get your settings right, guys. Do not handicap you off. I'm kind of going touch and base like we did last week. Make sure your settings are right. Don't handicap yourself right off the bat. People, and we say this all the time, people buy a live scope and they watch people catch them on TV, and they think they want to put it on a pole and spot lock, and man, it's not real productive. You don't have enough hands. So learn how to run it on the shaft of your trolling motor. I promise you it'll be frustrating at first, but when you learn how to do that, you'll be way better off. I promise you. We talked about all kinds of mistakes we made. I got on a tangent last weekend, just sharing some mistakes, and I'm just going to tell you what I've done wrong. Same way with this equipment. I started out with a 93 SV, small. I learned how to, fish shallow water with it, thank goodness. And I went to a 1022, then I went to a 1222, and Bubba hooked me up with a guy, and I ended up with an 8616. I really enjoy the 16-inch screen. I mean, I'm getting older. You see, I wear glasses, and plus, when somebody's standing behind me, guys, it really lets them see it too. If I've got a guy beside me, casting, this guy down here can watch. When he gets up there, he's ready to go. So, let me see. How does the transducer on the transom need to be set level, or up or down, for the best result for side scan? Yes, you need to make sure it is level. Mine had a bracket. But please do put you a level on it. I promise you, you do not want it cockeyed. Mine, a screw come out. I might have hit a log or something. Like I said, I'm rough on equipment. Mine was lopsided, and I noticed it was grainy on one side. I went back there. It's missing a screw. I need to put another one in it now. But yes, please put a level on. You can get a torpedo level or whatever. Put it on that thing. Make sure it is level. Make sure it's got enough water in it underneath it too. Mine had a block built on it, but let's see. But yes, level it. Please do. Don't get everything right, guys. Don't start out. Don't set yourself up for failure, or not failure, just learning lesson. You don't want to learn that lesson. Make sure get it set up, guys. If you don't know, ask somebody. You can Google a lot of this stuff too. Don't get me wrong, but ask somebody that catches a lot of fish. I promise you they'll tell you. There you go. Level when the boat is moving. Exactly. Let's see. Scott Seals, are you looking for shad first in open water, then finding roaming fish when looking for open water? They're not. Look, this time of year, Scott, they're not going to be far from the bait, period. We went to Eufaula, smashed close to 200 fish. Went back the next weekend, the bait was gone. Guess what else is gone? Bye-bye crappie. They're going to be out there by that bait. And they're going to be some hanging out structure, and then they're going to take off. But yes, they're going to be on ledges. They're going to be on points. They're going to be on river channels. Find the bait. Side scan. They're not going to be far. I promise you. This cold weather we're fixing to have, I'm going to go and tell you what's going to happen. You don't have a shad kill unless you really, really, really have some cold water, but it pushes that bait down. And a lot of time, the crappie will be above them. And they'll wait for them to come up. Crappie aren't going to go down there 25, 30 deep, 30 foot deep with them things a lot. Not all times, but they'll be above them. But they're never going to be far from it, guys. Never going to be far from bait. That's what they're feeding on. Their hormones are going. They're feeding like crazy right now. They're getting fat. And don't let this cold weather fool, scare you from fishing. That 16 degrees will be cold, I promise you. But we're going to get some more rain. That's going to help boost some water. That's going to help set some fish up. I think it's going to be good for us. If it sets up right, we should have an awesome February. And that's what we need. February is a great month. I like it. It's one of my favorite months. But February is a good time, especially in Florida and all up here. The fish are getting fat. But do yourself a favor. Make sure you got all your equipment set up, guys. Do your maintenance on your equipment. Like I said, check your prop. I have to take my prop off all the time for line. I've got to change my oil here soon. Got to put a water pump on there. Secondary point. Great question. Thank you, Sonny. That's a great question. I'll kind of draw me a scenario right here. I want to draw you a scenario of the river right here. You got a point right here. You got a point inside of it. This is going to be kind of rude drawing, but I'm going to show you. This is the river. That's the main river point. Anything inside of that, it may not be as long, it may be just short. That is a secondary point. What happens is you get a stump, or anything on either one of these points. Main river's flowing. It's gonna clean out any kind of brush, any kind of stuff right here. But you'll get an eddy right here, and guess what? Those fish will load up inside those. That is the second point inside. That's why they say secondary point. That it may not be as long as this one. I know this drawing's kind of silly, but in here, always look at this second point. It could be here, could be here, could be inside, could get right here. They could set up right here. So if you look inside that second point and you see fish set up just like that right there. Inside that first point, they're going to probably be on either side of this secondary point. A lot of people like to sink brush there too, Sonny, but main river, you see a point, go in there and look. If the water depth's right, these fish may set up here, they may set up here. But I will show you something that I learned, and it's hard to explain, and I see it happening on the river tons. And I'll draw it for you guys. I'm sharing some of my secrets here, but heck, I don't care. You got a river that comes back. You got a river that comes down, and it sweeps. This is crazy. You got a river that sweeps just like this right here. The water inside this bend right here will be flying. I'm talking. Sometimes when the river goes, it bumps right here, and guess what? The water goes back. It creates an eddy, just like this. Okay, fast inside corners moving. Can't hardly get your boat. This outside corner, sometimes it bounces right here. It bounces right here and starts flowing back. Fast. It starts flowing back. I promise you, it's going down. It starts coming back up. Instead of going down river, it goes back up. And guess what? If there's brush right there, guess what there's, guys? Bingo. If there's brush and stumps right there with that eddy, people don't realize that river's coming down. This inside turn's flying. This outside bend, it'll bounce to hit that far bank and come back up. And it starts doing this. If you don't believe me, you've seen trash set in there. All these water lilies and hyacinth, you've seen it set right there. And a river system, look for that. I promise you. That's a great spot to fish. Used to, and I'm gonna let you in another secret why I'm telling them. When you're running a river system, you see canes, reeds growing on the bank. Everybody knows what they look like. Just a reed. Guess what reeds grow in, guys? Mud. Guess what sticks in mud? Stumps. Guess what sticks in mud? Brush. Trees that come down the river. Clay banks? No. When I used to fish that river and I didn't have live scope, guess what I look for all the time? I look for reeds, because guess what would stick in the mud? Reeds grow in mud. When you look up on that bank and you see some reeds, there's going to be some structure stuck in the mud. I mean, that's all I used to run inside of those bins. So I'll draw you the same scenario. The water, let's say the water's not ripping. You come right here and there's some reeds growing right there, or right here. There's going to be structure stuck there. I can tell you without going side scan or anything, there's going to be structure there, I promise you. That's a river system. If you can get bait, that bait's getting forced down the river and it comes back to the head. Guess what? They're stuck there. Just like a toilet flushing. Here comes a crappie, man. They're going to hang out there. Reeds growing, eddy. You've heard of these old timers bottom bouncing. They've done the same on these points and everything the same way. Just learn to read the water. Read the water. You can see it, guys. You'll be driving down through there. I wonder why that trash is sitting in the river right there. You got eddies. That's what stalls those fish out. I mean, you just learn to learn. I've been fortunate enough to fish with some great fishermen, and they tell you most lakes in Alabama are river systems that they dammed up. Of course, everybody knows that. But try to lead the water. Don't look. River systems, canes, reeds, mud, structure, eddies. I mean, it's just you see underwater secondary points. There's all kinds of stuff, guys. Don't just assume, the fish are just there. They're there for a reason. And if it's something you can repeat, guys, you could go up and down that river, up and down that lake. And say, hey, Sonny was asking about I go in that secondary point right in there. It had stumps, and I caught them. You go up the river, man, that creek looks just like that creek. Boom, you go in there, they're on that secondary point. May change next week, may change tomorrow. But guess what? Today, that's where they are. So don't just assume, that they're just there for no reason. They're not making any. They're getting forced now because of the current and the bait. They're getting set up for where they have to go now, not where they want to go. When you get current situations, they don't have the run of the mill. They can't just go anywhere. But that's what you look for, guys. I promise you. Chad's been saying fish have been scattered a lot on nearly a lot of roamers. I've caught some deeper fish. There you go. But what's crazy about that, Chad? The roamers, they bite, man. You get those solos and those, and the twos and the fours. Today we had some fours, and the bigger fish we caught today, that me and Colby caught, they wasn't in big schools, There's Jim. Oh, my buddy Jim. Hey, hello, Shane. Haven't been on a while. Great info tonight. Thank you. Appreciate you, Jim. I hadn't seen you in a while. Yeah, man. I try to get on here, especially when I'm by myself, and just try to get a mindset of what I'm going to talk about because I'll ramble. But listen, pay attention, guys. Don't just go fish community holes. You can get better at your presentation. You'll catch more fish than most. But hey, you'll also learn how to read that water. Ride down the river and be looking. Look for those canes growing. You're like, uh-oh. You just look and say, hey, man, there might be some stumps, or they might be some structure stuck in that mud. Well, you've all seen the canes growing, especially on the Warrior River. But you get down there where the clay banks are. I don't know. Just crappie really don't mind the mud. They like to get in the mud. We all know that. But look for the canes. I promise you. The canes, the reeds, anything that grows up there, you'll see them. You'll start noticing since I've said something. You'll go up there. But, like Chad's fishing Neely Henry, you got a bunch of stumps upriver on the main river channel. But, hey, but I think this water's fixing to really cool off next week, guys. We got some temperature going to be in the 20s. I think the high next Saturday is like 39 here. But, hey, I don't mind fishing in it. Again, get your equipment set up for it. Get your side scan level. Get it tuned up. Get out there, find you some fish. It's going to be cold. But, hey, Mars, they bite. I promise you. They're not. It can't get cold enough as far as the crop is concerned. They do not care. 42-degree water, 40. I've been down there when it's 16 degrees and caught 100 fish in 2 hours. I mean, 2.5, 3 hours. Excuse me. But that's exactly right. Chad will tell you stumps and Neely Henry everywhere. You can go upriver and it's like a whole different. But it's crazy. The lower end fish is like a totally different lake than going on upriver. That's just the way Neely's got some big fish in it too. But all these rivers are fixing to turn on. Lay Lake, Logan Martin, I'm sure is fixing to get crazy. When it gets cold and those fish get on those floating docks and docks, it's fun. The river's fixing to turn on. I went up here to Bankhead the other day, and I wanted to find some big fish, and I caught a whopping 12, I think, Kobe and I. The water was stained up. They just hadn't moved in yet. But, it's just we're so far behind on the setup, guys. I mean, we haven't had any rain, again, amount to speak of, and we're so far behind the setup. So you're just waiting on these fish to set up. I mean, usually this time of year, we've already had a couple floods, like I said. They just have, now we're getting to the setup. We're getting some rain, getting some cold temps for the winter setup. Exactly. What's Brandon talking about here? Appreciate you tuning in, Brandon. When fishing rivers and bigger lakes, I always start at the new spot before I go down to a known hole. Just add, there you go, man. Exactly. Brandon, that's a prime example. If I'm not catching 5 or 6 fish on every hole, I better have 20 holes, But exactly. Hey, go in there and say, I'm going to check this out before I go down there and check that stump. I'm going to go up here. I've been looking at the map, and I'm going to go up here and check out this creek or this point. Go do it before you go down to your known holes where you've always produced fish. You're going to go down there and catch a few. Do not be scared to go look at some new water. But, yeah, it's Chad said, ain't no crappie. He's trying to keep you off Neely Henry. But Neely Henry is a great fishery. Neely Henry is a great fishery. Alabama's full of them, I promise you. But we've had some downs. To me, Miller's Ferry's on a down scale. To me, it's cycle. I know they cycle, and I don't know the whole dynamics of everything or whatever I want to say, but sometimes they do. It seems like every 4 or 5 years, Miller's Ferry really gets cranked up. But again, fish from Selma all the way to Miller's Ferry have had the run of the lake. They haven't no current to push them around. So, we've had a slow rain, lack of rain the last 2.5, 3 years. As far as, overall, I guarantee you. We got to have it to set these fish up. I promise you. Let's see what Robbie talking about setup. I don't even know what he's asking me. Set up, I don't know if he's talking about boat, rod, or whatever, but this time of year, man, I'm casting. If you didn't watch last week's show, I went on a bunch of presentation stuff and approach with your jig and how to approach some schooling fish. A lot of people said they enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. But heck, I'm ready to catch some fish. I think I'm gonna try to go Saturday. Gonna go south and see if I can catch a few. But I think Harold and I are. It's going to be a pretty nice day, and then Sunday it's going to be a washout. But hey, David, appreciate David tuning in. When I'm coming back to Bankhead, I don't know, man. I'm waiting. I may wait till February now, Philip. I just didn't see what I wanted to see. I've seen a lot of fish, but I didn't see nothing worth anything where I could really put them on it, to catch anything. It's coming though. The fish setup. Thank you, Robert. What I was talking about, guys. When we get rain, it takes fish from miles upriver and forces them to get set up in those certain eddy areas and those certain stumps, those certain brush piles. We haven't had rain for 2 years, guys. I mean, for 2 years, it's been dry, and we haven't had the floods and to push these fish to get set up where I can catch them. When I say set up, Robbie, that's what I'm talking about. They haven't been pushed around to get set up. The bait hadn't got pushed. The fish hadn't got pushed. You got to realize I'm gonna be a funny like Finding Nemo. That current's going, and I'm just going back. I can't fight it, But when I find an eddy, just like you get out there. You've been caught in the ocean and got caught in the riptide. That eddy's pushing that bait over there. Guess what? It pushes that crappie over there. And like, oh, there's some structure here. I'm set up. Then you come along. Get in there and guess what? You thump your, some fish. They're set up. We've been waiting on fish to get set up for a while. It hasn't happened, man. We haven't had any rain. It's just, the river systems are tough, and that's why I think a lot of times it's been slower. It just haven't been set up. There you go. Carlos. Carlos is telling you right there. Called a limit on Logan Martin this morning. Didn't see a boat on my end of the in the rain. Hey, man. They make some nice rain suits. Let me give you some advice. Buy you a good rain suit. I have a Striker. I paid a lot of money for it. I mean, it's a lot of money to me. But you do have to treat them. Buy you some treatment stuff off Amazon. Wash it, spray it, dry it, wear it. If you wear it as much as I do, you got to treat it every couple of months. But buy you a good rain suit. If it's not cold, don't let the rain keep you. Look at there. Don't let the rain keep you from going fishing. Invest in your good rain suit. It sucks buying them. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're not cheap. I promise you. Your Strikers, your AFCOs, any. I've got a Wind Rider suit. I got a big float suit that I wouldn't take nothing for. It can't get cold enough for that big thing. Buy you a good rain suit. I don't like fishing with a hood on because it sounds like you're in a cave. But, hey, I've caught a lot of fish in the rain. Frog togs, there you go. Just buy you a good rain suit. Do not be scared to buy you one. If you're going, because like Carlos said, there's fair weather fishermen everywhere. You want to get out there and it's not super cold. It's in the 50s. I've had some frog togs, but I had the cheaper version. Man, I ripped them things to shreds. I don't know about the other frog togs. I really don't know. I can't really, talk negative about them because I just used the ones that were coming in a little bag. And man, whoo, my big ass tore them things. I let my whole right butt cheek be hanging out where I'd sat down on something. But what Phil's saying? See, people using thump gel, is it any good or what color? Man, I'll give you some, Philip. I got a damn tubes or something up there. I don't even know. The only thing I use personally, Philip, is Spike It garlic spray. That's the only thing I use. If I have a white bait, I'll spray the tail. I've seen Eric use it a lot. Will it help fish close in on the bait? Maybe. I think when a fish starts chasing it, he may get that scent in his gills, and you may be able to do something. But I see people using it all the time. I don't know. I think presentation is way more important than scent. I'm sorry. You got to learn how to present that bait. If you don't know, hey, get somebody to show you. There's a lot to do. But there you go. FTX high end. Okay, I haven't seen that one, man. I can't vouch for that at all. He's saying he bought FTX high end. Hey, time will tell, Ezra. I hope they do make a good one. The ones I'm talking about is a cheaper version, buddy. I don't know anything about FTX, but yeah, I don't. As far as the scent game, I don't know. Last show we talked about bait presentation. There you go. Danny Rice saying right there. Frank's Great Outdoors website has great deals on Striker, ice bibs. And there you go. My Striker suits, I wouldn't take nothing for it. It's a good suit. It's comfortable. I wore the crap out of it. I need to treat it again now. Get you a good rain suit. I wear them a lot, this time of year when it's cool because, they are windproof. If they're waterproof, they're obviously windproof. But don't be scared of investing in some merino wool, good long johns. Listen, guys. Those paintball masks you can get for $12, $15 on Amazon. It looks like a Jason mask. We wear them. Kobe's on here. We wear them all the time when it gets cold. That way your face don't get wind burned. Golly, it's awful. Hey, those things are neat. They're $12, $15. Get you some good gloves. Get you some equipment to get out there in it because that's the thing, man. Don't find out fish are biting from somebody else. Get out there and get your ass out there and get out there and get cold. And you never know. I'm telling you, some of my best days have been super cold weather. I promise you. But you have to have good equipment. This thing right here. Here's a trick. If you can blow through it, you're going to freeze your ass off. I can blow through this. Guess what? You don't wear this when it's super cold. You might wear it under something. If you can blow through it, that ass is going to get froze. So buy you some good clothes, man. That way you can get out there and enjoy yourself. Let's see. Butch, what's Butch asking? Butch got a good question, man. What is needed for live scope and how much would I have to invest? Let's see, Butch. If you get on there, I don't know how old you are, Butch. If I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth, please save up for a 12-inch unit. Please. You'll thank me later. try to buy you at least a 126, a 12-inch touchscreen. I don't even know what the bundles run from. The bundle is this. The bundle's going to come with a screen. It's going to come with a black box, which is the brain. It's going to come with a transducer. That is the bundle. Let me look it up on my phone, Butch. I won't tell you no stories. I'm going to look it up dead on my phone right here. MyGreenOutdoors.com. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just going to go and tell you a bundle. There is a Garmin Echo Map Ultra 2 12-inch live scope bundle. $37.99. It's right there. $37.99. It's not bad. There's a 10-inch for $29.97. Please buy a 12 if you can afford it, man. $37.99. That is a bundle. If you look, that is the screen, the black box, and the LVS 34 transducer. $37.99. You won't cry but one time, Butch. I promise you. You won't cry but one time. You'll appreciate it. Figure out how to do it. If not, hey, pay somebody to show you how to use that thing. You go out there and enjoy yourself and catch you some fish. There's a lot of good bundles on here. I don't even want to look at mine on there because I know it. Oof. They've come down though, but don't be scared of that. Don't be. But $37.99. MyGreenOutdoors.com. That's a link. It's called a bundle. And but you can welcome to call me, man. Please don't spend any money, but call me. I promise you, I won't tell you any BS. I promise you, I will not talk negative about anybody's product on this show. John doesn't do the same thing. We was talking about the Frog Talks, but the cheaper version do rip. But I'm not going to down anybody's product. You know, you can call me, and personally, I'll tell you, you know, on the phone, I'll tell you what's good and what's not good. I promise you I will. But, you know, I'm not going to talk about anybody's business on here. That's how they pay for their family. Hey, they put out what they put out. But I will tell you my experience with it, and it ain't just going to be hearsay. But, yeah, but it's going to cost you some money. There you go. That's exactly right. That's the best advice I can give you. And I'm going to go emphasize this. Hire a guide to show you how to use the forward-facing sonar. Saves a lot of time learning. Yes. I went out with Eric Cagle. Everybody knows who Eric is. Back in 2018 or 19. I went out with him 3 times. My buddy Shane, we went out and I seen it. We went down to Lake Mitchell, I think, and we stumped it pretty good. And I seen enough. And I went with him 2 more times and had to pay money. And we paid a guide fee. Eric's one of the best guys in the country. And it cut my life. I knew what I had to do then. You see what that equipment is capable of. And then you try to learn it. It's no different than anything else in life, guys. You know, you got to spend time on the water. Got to get set up, but it will, promise you. You got to think of it like lessons, guys. You know, you pay a guide fee, $350, $400, $450, whatever it costs you to go on a guide trip, and you go out there 8 hours. Ask as many questions you got. Good thing about going fishing with me, you're gonna have my phone number, and you're gonna ask me. Man, I get calls all the time, and I love helping people. And I promise you, Danny Wright right there, he guides up there on Weiss Lake. You can't control the fish, but guess what, guys? You can control what that guide teaches you. There you go, Philip. So I tell you what not to buy. There you go. Hey, Philip went through all that too. But you can't. It's a great investment to go with a guide. I promise you, it's money well spent. You're like, what's that? Why are you doing that? And you hook up on that fish, and you know that's what I got to learn to do. I got to put it there and catch that fish, and you got to replicate that. That's the difference. They're going to teach you. If you can go several times with a guide, great. Promise you. You know, I promise you for real. There you go, Chris. There's regular money and then there's fishing money. Amen, buddy. This is what Kobe's saying. Nothing will help you learn it better than using it. Setting beside someone while they run the trolling motor is completely different than doing your. Kobe learned that. Kobe went with me a ton. And he bought him a boat this last year, and he's like, hey, man, he patted me. I said, I appreciate you. I said, what is it, man? He said, I didn't realize how hard you was working with that trolling motor while I was out here busting these fish. And then I was like, you're right, man. It's the truth, man. You can watch people all day long. You got to put it's like no different operator piece of equipment. You can watch somebody. Hey, see what it's capable of, get after it, man. You know, it's there. You got time, and that's what it's going to take. I promise you. Let's see. A crappie crane it is this weekend. Crappie Masters on Talcon Friday and Saturday starts in the morning. Fish are running a spooky from 40 flush floats and pre-fishing for 3 days. Yeah, and they had a tournament last weekend too. I wish you luck, man. Hope you catch some big ones. I know it's going to be rough. I thought you was going to get a bunch of wind, but you're not. Greg, you're going to be good, man. I wish you luck and catch you some big ones. Quit looking for schools and look for those 1s and 2s, man, especially on the bottom, because they will get there. They will get there, man. I appreciate y'all, man. You're helping me do this show, and it don't make me talk to myself all day long. Y'all don't understand how much I really do appreciate that. Chris said he almost missed the live. If you look, man, when y'all making comments, hey, don't be scared. Y'all can type in what works for you. It doesn't matter, man. We're all in this game together. This is something we like to do. I'm blessed to be able to spend a ton of time on the water, and I try to share my experience with you. I want you to catch fish. I'm not a jealous person. If you send me a picture of 100 fish, man, it just fires me up. I'm not going to say, well, he's just using live scope. No, he learned how to use the damn thing, and he caught fish with it. I got some respect for you. You know, I'm like, man, I got to go fishing. He fires me up. Every time we launch that boat, guys, it can be a great day or it can suck. It sucks sometimes for me. You know, I'm kind of spoiled. I catch 20 fish. I think I have a bad day. And, you know, 7, 8, 10 years ago, I would have been happy to catch 20. We do get kind of spoiled. But, hey, man, we're all in this together. We're learning. I hope everybody that watched this show catches limits. And, you know, but, hey, as long as you're learning, watching this show, and y'all participate and helping me, I appreciate y'all. But there you go. Let's see what Robbie's saying. Somebody posted a video on YouTube recently. The whole school dropped in the mud. I'm telling you, I catch them in the mud all. We caught some today. They'll go right on the bottom, look like a blip. You'll see them, guys. You'll see them like this right here. Let me hide this thing. You'll see that fish go down. I got to cut that off. My brother tried to call me. All right, you'll see a fish to be schooling right here, and you'll see them go down, guys. And you'll see them go bloop, bloop, just like that right there, like that pin. You pitch that jig down there, and you can. And the good thing about it, he's already looking up because he can't go any further down. That jig goes right here. You can get him looking up. Boom. A lot of times you can catch him. But there you go. 3-pound fishing fish that video. I believe it. But hey, Matt's a good fisherman. He gets to fish a lot of those lakes up there. But don't be scared, man. Toss at them. If you think it's a carp, throw at them. I mean, you don't have nothing to lose, guys. I remember carrying people that are like, hey, man, I've been throwing at them fish. I said, man, them are shad. And he goes, shad? I said, look at their tail. You can see the V in it. I wasn't making fun of him. I just told him, hey, man, I understand. I mean, I've been where you are. I promise you. I can't make fun of anybody. But, yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm not going to keep rambling on. I appreciate y'all coming here. Appreciate all our sponsors. Appreciate Power Breaks, Piggly Wiggly, Ace Hardware, McCalla, Hueytown, and Camden Piggly Wiggly, and Loser Marine, Gerber Collision. Appreciate all you. Appreciate all y'all too, man. Y'all help this show go on, man. You ask questions, and I'm going to keep sharing some stuff. If I learn something Saturday, guess what, guys? I'm going to share it with y'all. I'm not going to hold it in. And I know I'm going to try to go fishing. Looks like several people are going to fish, but I appreciate y'all. Let's see what Wayne's saying before we get off. What is the best length rod to buy for vert? Look, 15-footer if you could stand it, Wayne. Always buy your 15-footer. 13s are great. 15's great. 17's a little too long. 15, in my opinion, is great. Ozark makes a great 15-foot rod. Outlaw makes some great 15-foot rod. Put your spinning rail on it and get out there. But, man, a 15-footer, everybody needs a 6, a dog shooter. Everybody needs a 7. Everybody needs a 15. I promise you. I don't like getting that 15 out, but I will. But, yeah, Wayne, get you a 15-footer, man. Ozark makes a great one. I've got one over there, and I've abused it. So, There we go. We're going to get off here, man. I appreciate y'all. We're going to be back next Thursday sharing all kinds of stuff. I promise you. I hope y'all stay tuned. Please watch. If I get in some fish Saturday, y'all watch. I'm going to go live. I will be at a location where I can go live. I got plenty of signals, so y'all be looking for that. If I get in the fish, I'm going live. And appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, appreciate my sponsor. I'm hoping John has a safe trip coming back. I know he had to handle some business. He called me, and we're going to get on here and we're going to talk about his seminar he gave up there at the Ultimate Expo. And hopefully we're going to talk to Eric and Patrick. I want to get some information that Clear Lake. They told me if God had a crappie lake, Clear Lake's it. I mean, I talked to Patrick Stone. They caught 49 over 3 pounds, guys. 49 while he was out there. 49 3-pound plus fish. Unheard of. God bless y'all. Y'all be safe. It's going to be cold. And y'all watch the weather. Appreciate all y'all. And we'll be back next Thursday. Thank y'all for helping me get this show done, guys. Appreciate y'all.